They're either better than you when you're shining and you're showing them your successes, or you're telling them about something great that happened to you. They have to outshine you there. Or when you're coming to them in darkness, their darkness has to be darker than yours. Now, how can you feel comforted by somebody like this? Yo, what's going on, warriors? Welcome back to another exciting episode of Psychopath Exposure. My name is Kira. Yesterday, I made a video about people that we like to call one-uppers or toppers. These are individuals that anytime you have some good news to share with them, they have to either shit on it or completely dismiss it, ignore it, and hijack the conversation and tell you all about how much better their experience is, how much better what they're doing is, how much better the food that they're having is, etc., etc., etc. If you missed that video, I have it right here. Is it there? There it is. So check out that video if you haven't seen it. Watch that video first. That's part one. If you already saw it, then just keep watching. So today's part two. The flip side to the one-upper, and a lot of narcissists are like this too, is that they also try to one-up you, and not even try. They have to one-up you when it comes to something negative. So now, you talk to people like this, you're going through something traumatic, you're going through an experience that's scary, that you don't know if you're gonna figure it out. Maybe you got an injury, right? Maybe you just suffered an injury. Maybe you were fired from work. Maybe you were cheated on. Whatever the case may be, the moment you try to have a conversation with this person about it, they're gonna stop you and say, oh, you think that's bad? Let me tell you how bad my situation is. And then they'll go on a rant. And suddenly, when you were looking for support, you were looking for someone that maybe you can vent to in a safe place. This is a friend of yours. Maybe it's a coworker. You've been working in the same company for a long time. You know each other. Someone that you can confide in. That's what you thought. That's what you thought. But every time you come to them, even when you are suffering, rather than listening to your story, showing you some sort of empathy, maybe all you want is to be listened to. Maybe that's all you want. Just somebody that will sit there and look at you and listen and nod and tell you, I understand. Maybe that's all you were looking for. And yet these one-uppers, call them negative one-uppers, because now they have to be negative about stuff. They have to tell you how much worse their life situation is. And I can understand maybe that they're doing that hoping to make your situation seem small so that you don't feel as bad. But really what they're doing is, once again, one-upping your situation, making themselves bigger than you. Now, doesn't that sound like narcissistic to you? Doesn't that sound a little bit like these disordered, these toxic individuals that we talk a lot about here in this channel? How it always has to be about them, even when things are bad? That's pretty incredible. What kind of vibe must a person like that be dwelling on, radiating on, existing on, to even have to top you during a tragic, traumatic situation or experience? And think about that for 1 second. They're either better than you when you're shining and you're showing them your successes, or you're telling them about something great that happened to you, they have to outshine you there. Or when you're coming to them in darkness, their darkness has to be darker than yours. Now, how can you feel comforted by somebody like this? Some people have mothers or fathers like this. Imagine your parents when you're trying to let them know, hey, guess what? I got picked for the football team. I made it. I'm the star quarterback. And your dad has to tell you, oh, yeah, I mean, I come from a line of quarterbacks. You know, talk to me when you score 4 touchdowns in one game, son. Then we'll have a conversation. Like, really? Really, Dad? Really? Or you come to your mom and you're telling her something, you finally achieved this situation that you were striving for, this project, this position, you know, at work, or you got pregnant, you know, you're happy about bringing your firstborn into the world, and your mother happens to be a one-upper, and they have to go and just totally steal the light from you. Now imagine you have a miscarriage, and now they have to tell you how they almost died giving birth, and that their heart actually stopped, and they flatlined, and they had a conversation with God, and then they came back. Imagine that. Where is the empathy in that response? If you guys know, let me know, because I sure as hell can't find it. That's right. These are one-uppers. And it's the flip side to the one-uppers, is the negative one-uppers. And you know what? That makes me want to piggyback into negative Nancys. And those are the people that no matter what the hell is going on, they have to find the negative side of your story. They have to find the weak link in your story. And that's kind of like what one-uppers do, isn't it? You're sharing something with them, and they have to find the fault in it. That they do that when they don't have something better going on in their life, and they can't brag and they can't one-up you. Now they're going to find flaws in your story. Now they're going to find flaws in that steak that you just grilled, that you sent them a picture of. Now they're going to find flaws in that vacation that you just booked because you want to go to XYZ country. No, you made a mistake going there. I wouldn't waste my money going there. That's a waste of money. You should have booked the flight over here. That's a much better country. They have a much better climate. The people are better. Like, really? You have the audacity to tell me that I just threw my money away going to go visit a country that I want to go visit, and you're telling me that it sucks and that I should go where you want? Yeah. Delusion. Total delusion. How do these people live with themselves? I really don't understand. Do they realize what they're doing at that time? Do they have any type of social awareness to realize that every time someone has a conversation with them about something, they're quick to interrupt you and they have to hijack the entire thing? Do they even realize that? Because, you know, I can tell you, when you're dealing with narcissistic people, they don't even realize what the hell they're doing because they're programmed that way. They're missing a chip in their brain that's part of the disorder. So they do things in a way that none of us would ever even consider doing because it's irrational. It makes no sense. It's completely hurtful to your loved ones or your close friends. And yet these narcissistic people can just, by instinct, by design, they act on those impulses without having a second thought. They don't even realize that what they're doing is wrong. They don't realize that cheating on your partner is a fucking deal breaker. I know for some of you it's not a deal breaker yet. I hope at some point you make it a deal breaker. But yeah, people ask me all the time, why do narcissists do this? Like, why do they do that? Do they not understand that what they're doing is wrong? No. They don't. Deep inside, they don't feel that it's wrong, because if it serves them, if their actions serve their greater good, how can it be wrong? If cheating on you means that they get to sleep with somebody else, that's what, that serves their greater good. So of course it's not wrong. You're the one that's wrong for getting upset about it. You're the one that's wrong for throwing a fit. Get over it. That was last year. Yeah, they have the audacity to tell you that, don't they? That's how these negative one-uppers work too. They don't realize that what they're doing is rude, insensitive, selfish. They don't realize that. They actually think that they're doing you a service by shitting on your light, on your experiences, and telling you all about how much better theirs is. They actually think they're doing you a favor when you're going through a tragic situation and a traumatizing situation like narcissistic abuse, which they don't have a clue about, and then go on a rant and tell you all about the first world problems that they experienced last year in a relationship that they were in with somebody that wasn't a fucking narcissist. That's why they're sitting there telling you the story and they don't have an ounce of PTSD. What they do have is a strong case of one-upsmanship. What the fuck did I just say? One-upsmanship. Yeah, that's going to be a new psychological label that we're going to give these people. You know how psychology has like a million labels for all sorts of disorders? So I just coined the new one. Anyway, I hope this resonates with some of you, because I had to make 2 videos about it. I had to make 2 videos about it because, yeah, it's not only how much better their shit is, it's also how much worse their shit is. No matter what you say, you can't win with these people. No matter what. If your life is good, their life is better. If your life stinks, theirs stinks even more. Just mind blown. Mind blown how people like this in the world exist. And if you try to call them out on it, they're not going to see it. They're just going to get upset at you. You might lose your friendship to that person. If you call it out to your mom or your dad, you know that's a fight. You know that's a fight. If your current partner, if your husband or your wife, if they're one-uppers, how's that working out for you? Do you always feel like you're not good enough? Even when you're suffering, your suffering is not good enough compared to their suffering? Man, what a horrible relationship to be in, let me tell you. Anyway, that's all I got for today. Again, if you missed part 1 of this video, you can click on that little thing on the top of the screen now and go check it out. There's also a link in the description for that video. So go check it out. Let me know your stories. Have you been dealing with a negative one-upper? Tell me what they told you when you told them how bad your life was. And I say was because hopefully you broke up, from your psychopathic, narcissistic partner by now. But if you're still in it and you're sharing this story with somebody and they're just totally shitting on it, let us know in the comments below so we can all laugh, because you have to make a mockery out of people like this. You can't let people like this ruin your day. You just have to realize not everybody was meant to listen to your story. Not everybody was meant to take in and appreciate and validate the good things that are going on in your life. There's a lot of jealous people out there. There's a lot of people that have low self-esteem, and when they see someone close to them winning, they have to make sure they get in their 2 cents and they let you know that they've also won and they're winning more than you. They know more about this topic than you do, etc., etc., etc. So try not to let it get to you. It used to get to me a lot. I had to make 2 videos on it, but it's going to be okay. All right. Hope you guys are having an awesome day. Thanks for watching. If you got some value, drop a like, share, and subscribe. If you've never subscribed to the Psychopath Exposure Show before, I don't know why you haven't, but now might be a good time to do so. So do it now. Do it now. All right, guys. Love you. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.